Reading 7th grade, I'm going to try and give you some instruction around this station that is kind of the change in azimuth over the course of a day, but then on the special dates that we've kind of already researched. Same setup as Station 2. We've got different latitudes, and each group is assigned a few different ones to kind of work on, so that's not really any different. And as you can see, I've got mine here I'm gonna check out. So the directions, this right here is actually on the topics page, so you can download it and look at it on the topics page. One of the first things it tells you to do is to go to the view, Alt as guides, and we can get a grid. This helps us a little bit because we kind of get a sense of where the sun is and kind of what's going on. Again, we want to lock on the sun like we did in Station 2, and then we can pick different latitudes. So if I am assigned, I gave myself a little bit of an assignment, didn't I? What did I assign myself? I assigned myself 30. So if I'm going to go to 30 latitude, I'm going to come over here, other, I'm going to go to 30 north, I'm going to go to 30 north, or positive 30, and I can find the sun again, and then I can go to info and transit, and that's kind of what we were doing before. And as you can tell, I'm on March 21st right now. So instead of looking at this altitude number, you're going to be looking at the azimuth number between rise and set. So if I click on rise, it shows me that it's rising at almost 89 here. And if I click on, and if I can run time, you can see it goes up, 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 up and down. Okay, it's a little bit too fast. And you could do a little slower if you wanted. And then I go to sets. We can say, well, it sets, what was the azimuth? It sets the azimuth as 271. So 271 is where it ends up. So if we think about what that looks like, it's ending up at 271. It rose at about 89, and it's coming from east to west. So that's 180 degrees. If we take 270, we subtract 90, that's what we're going to get. So right in this cell for the March date, which is here, I would say equals 270 minus 89. And I get a number. Now, I'll go to a different date. So now I'll try going to June. So this shouldn't feel that different from Station 2, but it is a little bit different. So we have rises, the azimuth is 62. So rises azimuth is 62. You can tell it's not, it's going through the southern side, and then it's setting over in the west again. You can see that's the northwest. So what does that really mean it's doing? So if sets is 298 and rises is 62, then we're going to have to say equals 298 minus 62, and it's going through that many degrees in a day. Again, I can go to December and do the same thing. I can go to rises. It's rising at 117-ish. We can see what it's doing. 117, now it's setting. What's it going to do? 117 and 243. So equals 243 minus 117. There we go. And that's kind of what you're going to do. Now what I'm going to tell you is that the southern hemisphere stuff is a little bit trickier, and so I'm going to do a separate video on the southern hemisphere information.